Rising star.
Our role there is not doing them ourselves, it's not our role, but to support the initiative of the High Representative in these fields. And let me just mention the attention to the human rights activities, in particular religious freedom and the protection of religious minorities. The work on the death penalty, on which Italy is very much, has always been on the front line and is going to play a role in the next UN General Assembly as presidency. I would also like to mention women's rights and the fight against violence on women and domestic violence. And we will take the chance of holding the presidency during these 6 months. There are also the months where the Istanbul Convention enters into force. That was on the 1st of August, to have an event together with the Council of Europe in Rome on the fight against violence on women. We see it as the core of the European project from the very beginning. We believe that going on consistently with the enlargement process is not only in the interest of the single countries that are already in the process or are hoping to get in the process, but is in our own interest as Europeans, as members of the European Union, for a matter of stability, for a matter of security, for a matter of economic prosperity, and I think this is as much as a EU interest as it is a EU responsibility. La Turquie, je pense que même pour répondre à la question qui venait d'être posée maintenant, c'est un des pays, peut-être les pays où le processus de réforme politique peut être plus, disons, renforcé avec le processus de négociation, d'accession. Sur la Bosnie-Herzégovine, ça va vraiment dépendre beaucoup, je pense, de leurs élections qui vont être dans un mois, un peu plus. We believe that Albania is a country that in the last months has performed incredibly well in terms of willingness of reforming, and that the decision by the Council last June is probably giving the right input to go on the reform way. How to unblock the FYROM issue on the name? I'm afraid that if I had the answer to that, I would maybe win a Nobel Prize. Negotiations, as you know, are underway. There was a last effort made by the UN representative in July. He was visiting Macedonia, FYROM, in July, a few days after my visit there. Didn't bring much results. My impression is that we will need to have a plus of political will, both in FYROM and probably in other countries as well. And we might need an additional European protagonism in trying to solve the issue. And yesterday, COREPER met already to start working on the implementation of paragraph 12 of the conclusions that, as you know, foresees the preparation of an additional package of sanctions in the 4 sectors that were already decided: the financial one, the arms, dual use and technology, and also the criteria or the ways of extending the listing of people and institutions. COREPER is going to meet again tomorrow and then Thursday and Friday in order to finalize the work by the end of the week. I said a strategic partnership is over. Clearly it's over. That was a choice of Moscow, first of all, and a consequence of things on the ground. Is it in our interest in the future to imagine that there could be the conditions, first of all in Moscow, to rework on a way to get a partnership? I think no reasonable European could say it would not be in our interest. But clearly, this is not the stage where we are now, for the choice of Moscow. I don't know if that answers to the overall question, if I am pro-Russian or anti-Russian. I think I would position myself in this.
Mr. Keelan.
Thank you. Frau Nitz.